Hey friends, just a heads up. In this show, we touch on mental health and some other heavier topics. Nothing too intense, but we want you to take care of yourself and those who may be listening with you. Also, all opinions are our own and not affiliated with 21 Pilots in any way. Listen with care, and thanks for being here.
Hey, welcome back to Clickbait. Or welcome to if you're new. Clickbait overload last week with 2 episodes.
I know.
Just 1 this week so far.
So far.
Who knows what these clowns are going to do on Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
Are we going to get a single? Do you think we are?
I think so.
Man, I don't know.
I hope so. Who knows?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well, hey, before we start the show and lighten things up a little, let's take a moment, shall we? 8 years ago, great musician in the rock space or whatever you want to call it. Chester Bennington took his life, unfortunately. So young, so early. You know, you can I didn't notice it then, but you notice it now that there was so much pain in the lyrics that he put out.
I noticed it.
I don't know. I didn't because, like I said, I wasn't a big lyric guy, but now you really feel it.
Yeah.
Knowing the backstory with him and his mental health. So I feel like, we talk about mental health on here and stuff that we should tell people. You don't know what people are going through. And at the risk of feeling dumb, check on your friends.
Check on your friends. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
right. Now that that's out of the way, let's get going, shall we? We have so much to go through.
Too much. Yeah. So this episode's going to be a little bit of a different format than usual because we have so much to go over. So we're not going to do a deep dive lore-wise or song-wise this week. Because I think we're going to do enough song deep dives-ish as we go. So,
are you going to tell them what deep dive songs we're going to do?
No, we'll get to it when it gets there.
Okay. Well, we made a lot of promises last week on the
we did
bonus episode, so I'm sure people can figure it out.
Right.
All right. Let's get into it.
To do it.
Am I going first? Who talks first?
Sure.
I guess I'm going first.
These are your notes.
All right. Well, hopefully you listened to the bonus episode and our other real episode, but there's a track list confirmed out there now. And if you didn't listen to the bonus episode, shame on you. But also, if you don't know there's a track list and you're listening to a 21 Pilots podcast, there's nothing. I got nothing.
Now,
I got
no
nothing.
shame. Maybe they just realize that all this is going on and they're doing a dive into what's happening. Like, what even is this?
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, if you don't know there's a track list out there, then either you've been on vacation, like away from your phone or something. I don't know. I got nothing for you if you don't already know. But there's a track list, 13 songs coming September 12th.
Yep.
Well, hopefully the songs come out a little earlier than that as we go.
Some of them, yeah.
We have 1. That's good enough, right?
No, it's not good enough.
I know. We need another one.
We need more.
Hey, you noticed something on, we'll get into the track list in a minute and go through all the songs like we promised last week. And like you said already, that we're not going to do our deep dive. And
no.
We're not going to do a song of the week because we're just going to dive deep, so deep into all the
track list.
New Breach songs. Yeah.
Yes.
So you noticed something online about should the fans have credentials in quotes?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So there's this new trend going around. I've seen it on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram is a little bit different than the TikTok one. The TikTok one literally says credentials and then has like a list of all these reasons why you should pay attention to what these people say about 21 Pilots. Maybe it's they've been listening to them since 2014 and they've gone to 9 concerts and they have met the band or whatever it is. And then there's another one on Instagram that's like, my top 10 songs from a fan who has known them this long and done these things and has tattoos and whatever it is. So I'm just curious, like I asked our followers, which by the way has exploded. I'm so happy.
So great.
Anyway,
way to go.
I've asked our followers what they thought about this, and I was so happy to hear that the general consensus is this needs to stop. Like we're like gatekeeping these guys, basically. Like just because you've known them since they came out doesn't make you more of a fan than somebody, for example, like us, who's just kind of learning about them and getting into them. So I was just curious, and I wanted to know what people thought about these credentials, in quotes.
The tattoo thing you mentioned is really something for me. Obviously, I have them, but that's because I've chosen to put many tattoos on my body. A lot of people make that choice not to do that.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be part of the deal.
Well, and it doesn't, I don't think it means that you're more of a fan than someone else.
That just means I made bad decisions
like
in my life,
we're really going to do this, like, sure, maybe you've been a fan since 2011 when Regional of Best came out, but like we started a podcast. So it's like, does that make us better than you? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Are you better than us because you've been listening to them for the whole entire time? I don't know. I don't feel like I don't think that should be a thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No, not a fan of you're more of a fan.
Yeah, or just needing to brag about it, I guess, or put labels on it. It's whatever.
One of the followers said, credentials, I like 21 Pilots. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah, agreed.
I like it.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. I thought it was something interesting because I'm, like I said, noticing that it's becoming a trend. And I kind of want to put something up, but I'm not going to because I don't want to,
Yeah, you don't want to
be those people.
Yeah, make the natives restless. So kind of along those lines.
Yeah.
What's with all the complaining out there, people? There's just
Holy moly.
The fan base is feeling some type of way about ticket availability and people that go to multiple shows and whatever. And it's like, we all have Ticketmaster. We all have the internet, or maybe we don't. I don't know. If you don't, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure there's people that don't have the internet. I sound super privileged now, but if you have all those things that everyone has, it's an equal playing field when the tickets come out.
Well, let me say, you're saying if you don't have the internet, all the people complaining are on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And
so they have some form
So clearly they have it.
Connection.
And not one time I've ever heard, my best friend doesn't have the internet and she couldn't get tickets. That has never been a complaint.
Yeah. I don't see that being a complaint in 2025.
And before we go down this road that it happens every time somebody posts about this, the problem is that everyone's saying, oh, all these people get, pit for several shows. And then there's some of us who can't even get one ticket. And like I was telling you as we were having this conversation at first, the people like in Canada, for example, they've got one show in Canada. They have no other shows. And so they're saying, like, if you've already been to one, let people who only have one show have a chance to go. And I see what they're saying, but if it's something that's important to me, like I'm online, I'm refreshing every 10 minutes, I'm getting the pre-sale codes, I'm doing all the stuff I need to do because it's that important to me. And like you said, we all have an equal opportunity to get these tickets. So I think we should just have love all around. I'm super sorry for those of you that didn't get the tickets. Like, that's a huge bummer. Yeah, and if it's like a financial situation, like I totally get that. And we've been in that situation before where we've had to sacrifice some of the things that we really care about because we just couldn't do it. And if that's the case, like I feel for you, and such a huge bummer. And I hope someday that you get to realize your dream of seeing them. But if you have the opportunity and you are financially able, I don't think you should worry that, oh, well, somebody might not, so I'm not going to get my tickets to make myself happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that sounds rude, but
the one show in Canada I get, like, but
yeah,
Canada's a big place too. So how are you going to say, I mean, like, even if only Canadian people were allowed to buy them, you still could miss out on buying tickets.
Right.
Canada's big.
Well, and just like I said, how am I supposed to, like, full disclosure, we have tickets to a West Coast show. We're on the East Coast. I get that. There's only one over there on the West Coast. Like, I know what you're saying. So full disclosure, I will put my target on my back here with that. But it's the last show. I wanted to go to the last show. We had the opportunity. I'm not going to like miss out on my opportunity to see this last show because I'm worried someone over there might not get my ticket.
And it's not sold out yet. So
and exactly.
Like,
and I did,
available.
I got it weeks after they had already been on sale. So I wasn't waiting in the pre-sale line or anything like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
How about we just don't complain?
I'm down with that.
Let's just be happy for those people that got them. And I get it. There are people out there that shove it down your throat and whatever, but that's not the majority.
Correct. All right.
People. All right. Moving on.
keep it positive, everyone. Stop complaining, please. What are your initial thoughts on this Breach tour? Is it going to be a traditional 21 Pilots show? We were talking about this off the air the other day about will it have Tyler on something tall, and will it end with trees, and will they have
something be on fire?
Yeah, will they do the normal B stage medley or whatever, or is this going to be lore all the time? I had a thought that maybe it'd be cool if they did all the lore songs in order and just kind of told a story like a musical. But
that would be really cool.
You brought up a good point that like there's no way they don't do trees to end a show. Like
it's
this
like,
show or ever.
It's their tradition, and I feel like, unfortunately, because Tyler and Josh, I don't know why I always say Tyler, but Tyler and Josh are both so proud of their work and what they do, and they're fans, and they want to make everybody happy. And I feel like if they did not do those things, they know that the fans would be super upset. So I feel like it would really put a damper on their show. So I feel like they will do them anyway, even though not necessarily part of the lore. So I feel like it's going to be kind of like, I feel like it's going to be like a Clancy show. Very lore heavy, but with those other traditions sprinkled in there.
Well, and I kind of want to remind everyone that this whole lore being a part of the show was really just a thing on the Clancy tour.
Right.
I don't think it was where lore was like playing out in front of your eyes in the other tours. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because I only went to one. Like there's lore there, obviously, on the backdrops, and the songs are what they are. But in this one, with not taking the jacket and all that, it was very theatrical, and there was like lore playing out in front of our eyes. I don't know if that will ever become just the thing, like you said.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we'll find out in how many days? Like 70 something?
For us, yeah. It's
for everyone, isn't it? Like,
well,
in the 70s now for the start?
I think it's less than that. I think it's in the 60s now, because it's like 55 something days till Breach, isn't it?
I don't even know.
So then I'm
getting excited.
Yeah.
I try not to count.
I know. Very excited. All right. Moving on. I just want to say I've been absolutely loving interacting with people on our socials. It's been like fun, and I'm saying meeting and in quotes because I'm not really meeting everybody, but it's been really fun to just get to know people and people that are listening to our show, and they've been sending me, direct messages and stuff just about like, oh, I just found your show or whatever. So I just want to do a little shout out to Navigating in the Forest, who reached out to me to tell me that they've been loving listening to us as they go to sleep because our voices are relaxing. I love that.
Yeah. Do we know if this is a female?
I don't. I don't know.
I was going to say, my voice has been putting females to sleep for 46 years, so I get it.
Anyway, I just love that. So Navigating the Forest, thank you for saying that. We really appreciate, and sweet dreams.
Yeah. Well, listen to the end. We'll tell you again at the end. But yeah.
Sure. Anyway, I told them I'd try not to be so loud when I get fired up, so I'm going to try to keep it down a little bit.
Good luck.
Let them sleep.
Maybe we should start doing an ASMR podcast.
Ew.
21 Pilots.
I don't like that. Gross. All right.
One more thing. I just wanted to make a statement here because you and I were having a conversation the other day looking through old videos from Jingle Ball and things like that. And, our disappointment in New York at MSG when the fans, went to have the fans yell out, maybe overcompensate. Nobody did.
Well, sure. It's just, they didn't know.
They didn't know. And we were talking about how do you just turn a blind eye to this band? There's a lot of music out there.
It's crazy.
I get that some people just want to be entertained by the beats and the, whatever it is Sabrina Carpenter singing about or whatever, as an example.
Right.
And sometimes we just want to be entertained, and this band makes you think. But I just can't believe that they're like, the people that don't like it or the people that go out of their way not to like it just don't get it.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to bring up that I used to do I had to do a little snippet of a band that was coming to a building that I was in charge of or whatever. Just draw your own conclusions here. And I would search online for, how is this band described? And I'd see some that said cerebral. I'm like, what does that mean? Yeah. I know what cerebral means, but how does that apply to music?
Right.
And it just occurred to me the other day that is the perfect word to describe 21 Pilots music. Some people say it's a kitchen sink, it's various genres, whatever. Absolutely. It is all those things, but it's 1000% cerebral.
Yeah, I think the words and the music, it's a feast for your mind.
Yeah, and if you're not in the mood to digest that kind of entertainment, then you're not going to get it.
Yeah, I guess. But like when we were talking about this, I don't understand. Like we were listening to Vignette as we were talking about this the other day. And it's like such a vibe. Like how can you just not enjoy? Sure, maybe you don't understand what a vignette is or you don't understand what he's even talking about in the song. It just sounds cool. Like I just don't understand how you can't really just enjoy vibing out to that music. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the Riker Road brothers say that they're telling an important message during their vibe.
Yeah.
Which is cool, you know? And, you know, I just think that like I said, they're on a different level lyrically and musically, talent-wise, in my opinion. And I'd like to think I know a little bit about music.
Yeah.
And I think that just some people aren't ready for that. And that's another reason why we love them.
Sure.
They're unique and special to us.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, I like it.
It was weighing heavy on my mind.
I like it. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right. TOP fans doing amazing things. This is actually going to be coupled with my next piece of in the news that I wanted to share, which was about the pencil theory, which, by the way, like completely blew up on my TikTok and my Instagram page.
Our TikTok.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I know that was so bad. Sorry. Yes.
Wow.
Our TikTok.
You're the
and
one
Instagram
doing all the
page.
work. It's okay.
And I just need to give serious props to the Skeleton Clique this week. So like, it's not just one fan, although I am going to highlight one particular fan. I thought I was observant, but these amazing people catch stuff that like I wouldn't have even thought to even take a second look at. So I know we already discussed the theory, so I'm not going to go into it again, but I just wanted to make sure and give credit to the Twitter user at Rebel Red Trees for getting that information out. And that was some really quick research that he did. And I don't even know what to say. It was just like, what a good eye.
And that's a Twitter handle, yes?
That's a Twitter handle, yeah. Anyway, on our bonus episode, we mentioned that we would discuss why a pencil. So I just kind of want to go into that right now. But like I said, wanted to couple it with my TOP fans doing amazing things. Like I said, I wouldn't have even thought to even look at the pencil, although I will say I did notice that as he was writing, he made sure to keep that label up.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really, it's almost like perfectly in the shot, like too perfectly in the shot, that I think that's what maybe drew his eye to the pencil and thinking like, what's going on with this pencil? Does that make sense?
Totally. And I think that you keep saying that you wouldn't even think to look for these things.
Right.
You're getting there. And so am I. This band is making us like look behind the shot in a picture and like look at all these, like look at every corner of the frame. Going back to what I just said about the cerebral part. They're causing this for us now. I can't, if they post anything, I'm literally looking at every inch of the frame, listening to every little thing. What did I miss? You know, I'll watch it again and focus on the top left quadrant. They're doing this to us, and they're doing it on purpose. And they're just sitting back in Ohio, like, look at what I've done to all these minions. It's great.
So I will say, like, in doing my research and stuff, I'll see like little subreddits or something like, did anybody see what time the clock said? It said 6:20. What do you think that means? You know, like it's hilarious.
It's crazy.
And obviously, full disclosure, this is pure speculation. Like he's never come out and said, yes, you got it. My pencil was a bird. You know, it's never been, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Corroborated, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I thought it was really interesting that he chose a pencil. And I did go on to Reddit. There is a Reddit out there, a subreddit for this pencil theory. Which, by the way, the little description for it sounds an awful lot like my video. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Weird. That's what happens.
Anyway, they gave credit to at Rebel Red Trees and another person who did a whole other thing with a map situation and birds. And it was weird, but I didn't get any credit, but that's okay.
Tell us how you really feel about it.
Right. Anyway, on the subreddit, what I was going to say was that a lot of people on there were like, come on, it's just a pencil. Sometimes a pencil is just a pencil. And sure, maybe it is. But I think we've learned with Tyler, sometimes things aren't just what they seem. So even if this isn't right, and even if we are stupid, and even if Tyler's in Ohio going, holy moly, I just grabbed a pencil, you guys, it's still fun. It's fun to think
and
about.
he didn't just grab a pencil. We've talked about that before.
Go down the little rabbit hole and
there's no way he just grabbed a pencil.
I mean, there's so much bad in the world. Like, why can't we have fun?
Yeah, agreed.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So let us have our fun. And I'm going to tell you about pencils. So I noticed it was a pencil, and that was weird to me because a lot of the things that we see from Tyler that are handwritten are pen. Yes, there are some notes out there that are in pencil. Yes. But I would have to say the majority of them are pen. Pencils are what you use when you're expecting to make mistakes. I was a teacher for a really long time. One of my biggest mantras was no math in pen, because you're going to make a mistake. You can't erase a pen. And when you start making crossouts, it makes things really difficult to read, right? But his notes with his pen, he's got the crossouts there, and we can go back and we can see the evolution of that song and his ideas that were just flowing out on the page. And he's showing us that no mistakes are bad ones in that case. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a sense of confidence in a way. And I used to always joke with my students that would do math and pen. I'm like, wow, you're feeling really confident today, huh? Because it's you're going to make a mistake, but you're totally cool just having that mistake there on that page. So I don't know why he chose to do this in pencil, but that was something that just really caught my eye, is that normally he does choose a pen. A pen is his, and he even has added with a pen. A pen is his choice. So I wonder what he's saying about this track list that he's using a pencil.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
So just my thoughts
with a pen,
on that.
Some see a pen.
Yeah. He talks a lot about pen. A lot of his notes are in pen. So I don't know if it's his way to call back of I know I'm probably going to make mistakes in this, but you know that stupid saying, mistakes are proof you're trying? It's I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I just found it really interesting. And maybe the subreddit says, pencils are just pencils. Maybe he just said, hey, somebody grab me something to write with. And he pulled a pencil.
I have a thought.
Sure.
So his parents were teachers, or his dad was, yes?
Right. They both were, I believe.
So maybe when he first started this, there were pencils lying around the house, and maybe they had that particular brand of pencil. Maybe we're snapping back.
Maybe.
To what we
Getting
used to
back
be.
To our roots.
Getting back to how things used to be. The new era is going to be a whole different feel. There's that. And then I also think that for dramatic effect, it had the ASMR value. You can't do that with a pen.
Well, I mean, you can, but it's not, it wouldn't be as strong as that.
Well, I hope we find out, because it's kind of weird, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Breach. I'm so excited.
That's going to wake up our friend.
Oh, sorry. That's really
Breach.
Sorry.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I was super excited when Clancy came out, because that was my first real album release from them. Like I said, we were around for Skeleton Clique, but we didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, this was where
Trench. You were paying attention during Trench, but not really
looking at all the propaganda out there and getting excited.
Yeah, and I think I'm just the most excited because for this particular one, I have literally followed along from day one, from the second Blurry Face started tweeting those creepy things, and
yeah, we've been along the ride the whole time, and now we have this show to talk about it and all. This is big time for us.
So it's really exciting for me. So we decided for this episode that we're just going to really spend time just breaking down this track list and what we believe. They gave us the wonderful gift of at least giving a little snippet of each song, which is cool. We didn't get that with Clancy. We just got the singles.
We haven't gotten that ever. I think you pointed that out last
We have
episode.
never gotten that. So I think they want us to do this. They want us to break it down and give our theories and be talking about it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So I want to do that.
Let's do it.
Let's break it down.
Track number 1, City Walls.
Well, hold on. So first, I want to make sure to say that I believe that all of these songs are callbacks to previous songs within this. I don't know what we're calling it, Blurry Face era. I guess not Blurry Face.
Yeah, the 21 Pilots Cinematic Universe.
The lore, I guess, is what we're going to call it. Yeah, sure. We talked about how Tyler sees mental illness as a cycle. So wouldn't it make so much sense to bring us back to those things that we've already heard before? maybe these songs are there to like reiterate those original messages, or maybe they're there to bring us closer to them. Who knows? But every one of these songs have given me memories of other ones within this lore.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
So when I talk about, you've got some great things to say, but when I talk about mine, I'm going to talk about it in terms of a song that it immediately made me think of. And when I say immediately, not one of these songs that I have to dig. Like I immediately thought of another song.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's purposeful. I don't know if maybe reaching. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
you might be up in your head, but
I might be up in my head. That happens with this
band, so it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
All right, City Walls.
City Walls, number 1.
Yeah.
So with each one of these songs, they gave us a piece of the lyrics.
Yeah, and can I point out real quick,
Sure.
we talked about this separately as well, that on the live stream, or the live, whatever it's called, they put out more lyrics than what they put out in their official post
Right.
about the album coming out. It's quite confusing. If you missed the live completely, some of these lyrics we're going to mention you may not have heard of, and you're going to say, oh, you guys are wrong.
Right.
I don't think we are, because we have the live recorded. So
yeah. So when we were writing these notes, I was making notes and you were like, what are you talking about? Because you hadn't seen the live. You'd only seen their release of the albums coming out, whatever.
Well, I had seen the live, but just to research back, I was going to it's posted as a YouTube short on their channel.
Right.
I was just using that because it was convenient than going back to the TikTok post or whatever. And I noticed, I'm like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right here.
Speaking of which, I just take a little side note here. Someone's making t-shirts that says I was one of the 37,000 on the Instagram live. I just thought that was funny.
I'd wear that. That's cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
A cool little nugget most people don't know about.
Yeah. There's a Twitter thread going out there. Somebody put, what's your part in the lore, basically. And so people have been sharing like their special stories of, just their special story.
Their little connection. Yeah.
No one said that one yet, but it was just funny. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
All right. City Walls. So the lyric was, I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me. So I think this is the one that everyone wants to pick up after Paladin Strait. They're thinking like, oh, it's got to go right into lore because Paladin Strait ended, right? And I think this is talking about DEMA and them finally being able to breach the walls of the city. We've talked about the word breach before, right? But it also reminds me of Polarize. I mean, it's not a song that I listen to very often, but as soon as I heard those were the lyrics that I heard. He says, I don't know where you are. You'll have to come and find me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just what immediately came to my mind when I heard those lyrics. So that's kind of the song that I'm thinking it's calling back to. But in the little short that we also got the fire visual with that one.
Mm-hmm.
None of the other ones had any other visuals. It was just that one, which was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Which just furthers my idea that it's breaching the city walls. Maybe we'll finally get that DEMA on fire image that we keep seeing. The one that was in the digital remains. Mm-hmm. And they've got it on fire in the show.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it's going to finally tie in. And the little snippet that they gave us, I don't know, just got this like epic movie kind of sound to it. Like really cinematic. I mean, it was so short. I don't know how I could possibly have gotten that, but
that's
just what,
sure.
Hey, I don't know. This just what came to my mind right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're going to get like an orchestra's going to build at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It'll feel like the line live.
Yeah.
This build
or
up.
maybe some like crazy synth in there or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just felt like it had a cinematic quality to it. That's all.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you said that, people think this should be right after Paladin Strait flowing into it.
Right.
I think we pointed out last week, they've never done that before. So
exactly.
This could even be prior to Paladin Strait. They do go back and forth on their records especially within the lore. So I don't know. I'm confused on this one so far. I don't know where it fits or what it means.
I feel like City Walls is too perfect to fit with Breach, but who knows? Maybe a pencil's a pencil.
Yeah, so I'm going to get into the lyrics here.
Right,
I think that we obviously assume that he's talking to or about Torchbearer, right?
In City Wall? Oh.
Yeah, I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me.
Sure.
This whole idea that Torchbearer is a hallucination and I can't find him. Where is he? I'm branching off doing my own thing. All that, that imagery we've been talking about. I think that's what we're talking about here. And if he's truly, if it is truly leaving off from Paladin Strait, we see Bandito Torchbearer, who's real. That's what we've come to believe. And the other Banditos, handing like the Captain Banditos, they're carrying the chest and it has all the gear in there, including the jacket, and they're together. Clancy and him are together as they approach the walls and the tower. So like that kind of threw me off. Like, why is he, I'm probably wrong here, but why is he wondering where he is if that's who he's talking to? So maybe it's not that perspective.
So what if he's wondering more like, you know how sometimes you and I will like look at each other and we see that we're just like off somewhere else?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's more like that. Like where are you? Like where is your head at right now?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I really wanted you to show me this thing. Why aren't you here with me? I don't know why, but as you were talking, I was getting the visuals of the concert when they're doing Paladin Strait. And Tyler's sitting and he's on his, what is he on? Ukulele, I guess?
Yes.
He's on the ukulele and Josh is playing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's singing Leave the City and Tyler's singing Paladin Strait.
No, he's singing Bandito.
Bandito, sorry.
Yeah.
Who's singing Leave the... Oh, no, the crowd was singing Leave the City. Yeah. I'm sorry. Too many things going on at once. Too many things. So he's singing Bandito. Tyler's singing Paladin Strait. Tyler's talking about how it's his chance. Time to, he's going to take this chance, whatever. Josh is singing, I'm a Bandito. He's still with them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tyler is, I'm going off on my own. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's like, I'm on my own now.
Well, you just made me think of something. Maybe this is Torchbearer's perspective, wondering where Clancy is.
Maybe.
And I thought you were going to show me how to take this down, and now you're just gone.
Now you're abandoning me.
Yeah. Well, to take a simpler look at it, the title to me just speaks as pretty self-explanatory, like with the album title, the fire imagery in the clip. It has something to do with either knocking down the walls, escaping, etc. It makes sense as an opener if that's correct, because we're going to come out. I don't know what the music's going to sound like, but let's say it's upbeat and whatever.
Sure.
We're going to come out in the concert, and this is going to be the opener, and the place is going to be on fire, and boom, explosions. It's go time. DEMA.
Right.
Bring it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Raw fear.
Do it.
Raw fear. Did I get it? Did I do it right?
It was just so monotoned and robotic.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Anyway, so the lyric we got for that is, learning all that really matters is a slow and painful lesson. I mean, we got one tiny little bit of this song and it just sounded raw.
Nice. I won't hit the button. This is serious, but
it was.
I see what you did there.
It's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like not, and I'm sure it's just for their snippet, but it was like not produced at all. It sounds very echoey, very raw.
Yeah, I
Can't think
mean,
of another word for it.
And some fears are like that, right?
Right, exactly. And I'm hoping this is raw and full of emotion, and maybe not overproduced, like we just said. Maybe calling back to like self-titled days that we talked about, like not fully. I love Paul Meany. I love what he does to the songs and stuff, but maybe this one's just them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm also getting oldies station from this.
It's giving oldies station?
It's giving oldies station. Like those lessons we learn in life all bring us to the understanding that some things are just more important than others. He says little less concerned when there's nothing in the tank. Like you go with life. You got that fight for survival. You know what I'm saying? Like we're learning these lessons that some things are just more important than others.
Yeah. I see where you're saying that, but he came out on record saying that Oldies Station was written to tell us how he's been.
Right.
And how he's doing. And what I get from that is like, hey, I've been pushing on through. I'm getting through this. I've figured myself out at this stage of my life.
Yeah.
So I get that, but like that doesn't translate to raw fear to me. I mean, it's scary, but once you figured it out, it's less scary.
Sure. But what I think he's trying to say in this song is kind of like what we talked about in Forest. We don't know what's around the bend. We don't know what's coming. We're screaming because we were terrified of what's around the corner, right? That's a very raw fear for everybody, is we don't know what's going to happen. But as it says in the lyrics, we start to learn that all that really matters is what we need to fight for. And sometimes it's hard and sometimes that's painful and it's raw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's perfect.
So, all right.
It's a good segue.
That's my thought. Go.
No, I like it. That's a good segue into my first thought is that I think the slow and painful lesson here is learning to live with and deal with our insecurities and mental illnesses. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
We know it's going to be a slow process. It never goes away. It takes forever to figure it out. And it's very painful. At least it has been for me. And I'm kind of new to this, knowing what I have going on. You've known about yours for much longer. And so is he. It takes forever, right? Do you ever really figure it out? Mm-mm. It's always there. So I think that's what this means here is that it's been slow and painful for Tyler / Clancy, And so he's learned that lesson. There's the raw fear that's mentioned in one of the letters from Torchbearer to Clancy, telling him to never forget the feeling of raw fear.
Right.
I think this song's definitely about that letter as a whole, and that the letter was left as a clue for the fan base in this album. Like that's why it was there in the FP experience, kind of get us to start digging and thinking about things. I think it was just one of those breadcrumbs, just another clue.
It's just another clue.
That they left for
another
us.
Clue.
Albums and Laura side, I think we all have a raw fear of the future, like you just mentioned, how we were saying with Forrest. And that fear causes a lot of anxiety, especially for those suffering from mental illness and struggling with insecurities. So I think that's what it's going to be about. I'm really confused that it's in all caps and one word, though.
Yeah, that was interesting. The only thing I can think of, I mean, I originally thought it was like to pull it out to us, to let us know that this is going to be single number 2. I've also posted a few things about that. They've had a track number 2 has been a single on every album they've put out. So that would be another indication that we're going to get it as a single. But I also realized, especially if we're going to call back to Torchbearer's letter, do you realize Josh writes in all caps?
Yeah. Did he write this song?
I've been waiting for that. That'd be so cool. I doubt it, but it would be really cool
for him to show up with a song that says written by Josh Dunn.
I feel like Tyler would have said something like, this new album's coming out. I'm so excited. It gives Josh a new opportunity. Like, I feel like it would have said something like that.
They haven't made any statements like that, though.
But
them personally have not come out and said new album. It's all been either computerized.
Yeah, they have. They've come out and said our new album Breach is coming out. So, yeah.
They said it like their faces in their words, or was it typed or some robot voice?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I don't think they've come out and promoted it.
All right. Well, anyway, my point is, Josh writes in all caps. That's his
thing. Yeah.
Not thing, but his font, I guess.
His stylistic way of writing.
Yeah,
yes.
His style.
His penmanship.
So I wonder if it has something to do with that maybe. Somebody else made the point that maybe it's Blurryface. Blurryface writes in all caps. But then again, the fact that it's all squished together in one word, I feel like it would be spread apart and weird spacing if it was going to be Blurryface.
Yeah, or would have had some.
So that's my thing.
Yeah.
But before we move on to the next song, if you haven't seen the Torchbearer letter, I just wanted to read it really fast. It says, Clancy, never forget the cries of your people. Never forget the raw fear that fueled you or the rebels that made you who you are today. We are all one. We destroyed them so that we don't become them. We must do better, Clancy. We must do better. Torchbearer.
And then wasn't there a letter somewhere that said, if we become them, we must do better? Or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah. So I think it definitely has something to do with that letter.
I'm excited for this one. I think it has something to do
with learning. Like he says, don't forget that fear that fueled you. So it's the same thing. Like all these lessons teach us how to move on, how to have that fight for survival again. It's pulling me back to Oldie Station just automatically. But anyway, all right.
Yeah, and I think that doing the I think that some of our fears are manifested, but dealing with the fears inside your head is a raw fear. So if it is anything to do with that, it makes sense. All right, drum show.
Hoy,
what is this going to be about?
There's 2 songs on this album that I was like, I just don't even have anything.
It's not giving me any hints at all.
So the lyrics we were given were, I've been this way, I want to change. And so again, this is Snapback.
Okay.
He says, I've seemed to run out of excuses of why I am this way. He's saying he knows he's like this. He has no more excuses. It's finally time to change.
Okay.
Like, this is the song where he's finally had enough and it's time to act. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
No idea why it's drum show. No clue.
I think I might have some thoughts.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong though, because
Hey,
I'm
you know
really
what?
new to this lyrical dissection thing.
What's really going to be hilarious is that all these songs are going to come out and be like, oh yeah, that was not at all what we said.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we could be completely and totally right. The beauty and the fun in this art is that it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it's also what it means to you. Like
Sure.
I could see it how I wrote this just now, and it could be that's what it's going to mean to me.
Right. And sometimes like I'll say something or you'll say something to me that I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about it that way. So I'm hoping that what we're doing right here is helping our listeners open their minds, or I was like, yes, finally somebody hears what I thought and gets that confidence build there. Or like I said, maybe it opens their mind to something they didn't even think of before.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we're doing this. Not because we're experts and we know for sure.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead.
So when I saw the post and saw the lyrics of I've been this way, I want to change, there's some like electronic sounding music in the background to me. It sounded very upbeat and a little aggressive. So to me, I immediately went to, this is a concert. It's a complete diversion for something going on in DEMA and the lore. And I think it's going to be a drum show. It's loud, it's rocking, and it's designed to cause a distraction so Clancy can do something.
I like it. Maybe it's drum show because it's going to be utilizing Torchbearer and his
people
in particular way of doing things.
Yeah, I think Clancy / Tyler still has a role in this. Is that I think Torchbearer is playing a show after him and Clancy have kind of severed ties and went their own separate ways, and I think Clancy's looking on maybe through a window of this venue and watching what he used to have. But he also knows that I have to do this in order to defeat DEMA. So he's looking on saying like, I've always been this way and I want to change. Like I want this. I have to do this. But he's looking on longingly at his buddy.
Sure.
Playing a drum show. Okay. And he's missing it. I think he's singing the lyrics while he's watching this. So they're separate. They've never really done this in a video where Tyler's singing along and Josh is in there doing his own thing. You know what I mean? They've never, I don't think we've seen that imagery. Josh has been up on a hill playing drums while Tyler's walking through trench or whatever, but like this would be Tyler performing while Josh is performing almost as if he's in a different band. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but while you were saying that, I was immediately thinking of Paladin Straight. Like I know we have Clancy and Torchbearer or Bandito Josh, I don't know if they're two different things or not, working together in that particular case, but we also have Tyler on that cliff by himself.
Yeah, true.
And I never know, are they supposed to be two different people or I don't know, but maybe that's some sort of imagery. Like Tyler's watching this play out in his mind. Like,
yeah, I did just rewatch this video too, and I noticed he's up there with just the stole and
he's
black
doing
and
motions
and he's
as
singing.
if he's
pushing
people and
that's
like
true.
kind of cool Tai Chi type thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe that's all this is. Maybe being a bishop's just about Tai Chi.
Hey, it's supposed to be really calming.
Well, anyway, I think he's out there singing while he's watching this. And, with the lyrics, he's watching it from afar and, acknowledging, I guess, he's been this way and he wants to change. He finally wants to change, I think.
Yeah.
Josh has always been there for him, or Torchbearer, however you want to refer to it, through all of this. But I'd like to take the real life approach that Josh, as his friend, has been there through all these battles from the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
So he's been a part of it as a friend and not just a band member. But he's, he needs to face this on his own. And I think Josh realizes that. And Torchbearer realizes that. It doesn't mean that he doesn't need Josh. I think he really does. But Josh can only help him so much. To defeat this, Tyler and Clancy, they need to break off and do it on their own. And that's what he's done. But he's looking, in my view, he's looking longingly at this drum show like,
sure,
man, I missed that. This sucks, but I have to do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
I like that. If it has anything to do with the music that was for the South Korea video that it sampled, it's going to be amazing.
No, that's a different song, Downstairs.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it still sounds amazing.
Wrong. Still sounds amazing. I just want to point out really quick, because you said something that we're going to come back to. in a little bit, but you said he finally wants to change. I think, and I'm feeling that's the theme of this album.
Yeah.
Is that desire
yeah.
to be different. Finally.
And it's hard. I mean,
For sure.
The mental illness and blurry face and everything that's been going on in DEMA, which is his brain, has been driving him. It's given him great success. I can imagine how scary it must be to like willingly give this up.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
But it's also caused a lot of trauma, so he has to do it.
For sure.
All right, garbage.
This is the other one. I got nothing on this one. I don't even.
Same.
I don't even know what to
no
expect. Idea. I have no idea. We get that like little doorbell sounds or like alarm sound. I don't even know what those are.
To me, it sounded more like church bells than an alarm.
Like bells or I don't even know. And then we get cryptic lyrics. It says, what does it say? I didn't even type these out because I'm so lost. What was it?
Would you move closer?
Would you move closer? Right. I will say that I immediately thought of Fake You Out. That was the first thing I saw. He says, you say that you are close as close to the closest star. You just feel twice as far.
Okay.
So maybe it's like, I don't even know.
I don't know.
I've got nothing, but I did think of Fake You Out. And he's like, yeah, okay, you tell me you're close to me, but it feels like you're so far away. So maybe it's something like that. Like, would you move close to me even though I've got this? I don't know. Maybe he's smelly. I don't have any idea. Zero idea.
Yeah, I just said I've got nothing here as well. That's how I opened my statement.
Nothing.
The only thing the lyrics that we got don't mean anything in relation to the title to me.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure. The only thing in the lore storyline that has anything to do with garbage is the trash dragon. I haven't seen garbage anywhere. You know what I mean? There's no imagery of garbage. I kind of get it.
Yeah. And to be honest, fully honest with you, when I was doing this, I tried to research to see if anyone had any theory. No one has any theories. There's nothing out there about this song. There's theories all over the place for some of the others, but absolutely nothing for this one. The only connection that I made was like, garbage is something we don't want. It's smelly. It's dirty. It attracts bugs. It's the things we've thrown away.
Yeah.
So the correlation to moving closer is like, would you move closer even though I'm trash? Even though I've been discarded and thrown away? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only... I got nothing.
I'll get into this a little later, so I'm not going to spoil it here. But, I just asked the question, what's the perspective here? I asked that with all these songs.
Right.
What perspective are we coming from? Who or what do we want to move closer? Is it the fan base? Is it Torchbearer? Is it Jenna?
Right.
Is this the Jenna song? I don't know.
Oh, if it is, poor Jenna.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, maybe he smells bad. Will you please move closer? She's like,
I
no.
mean, we've been close to him. It didn't smell bad.
No, he smelled great. So
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Tyler Joseph smells great.
And, I just said, or is Clancy asking someone to move closer? Like, I need you closer to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The contract.
I think we'll probably just skip over this one. We already kind of went into it. I would like to do a deep dive into it on a song perspective, not so much a lore perspective, because I think everybody knows these songs are not just lore. They do have to do with...
Well, and I think we can skip it because this is the first complete song we have.
Right.
Everyone's heard it. Everyone's seen the video. The video really puts it into perspective for you. So
sure. So we'll go in. Yeah. I'm going to go into it deeper on another time because I really got major feels from this one as I was listening to it, not in the lore perspective. Yeah. So we'll talk about it later. Anyway, moving on.
Let's
downstairs.
Take a trip downstairs.
Immediately, hype. I'm getting the hype vibes. 100%.
Yeah.
He says, I'll record my step through for my basement tapes. The basement is a place he references a lot in his music. We talk about the basement a lot. That's where he goes to create. That's where he has his, I don't know, moments of quiet time that he can finally create, right?
Yeah.
And where is basement? Downstairs.
Yeah.
Basement's not upstairs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He says, feeling like I'm nothing, feeling like I'm run down. Just like in the hype, when he says, sometimes I feel cold, even paralyzed. And then he goes on to say, I've got to step through or I'll dissipate. He'll disappear. He'll be nothing. That's what dissipate means. So I think the song is going to be about being overstimulated and emotionally spent and just needing to take a moment to breathe and to find your center in that place that allows you to calm down. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. Last week you said you felt like a hell metaphor. Have you changed your mind?
No, I didn't feel that. I was just saying, like, is it hell because it's downstairs? Like,
okay.
I was like, right. I don't know. But when I really thought about this and I heard it again and I really thought about the lyrics, it just immediately, I thought of my basement tapes when I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, where's the basement? It's downstairs. Why is it a basement? We talk about the basement in Pet Cheetah. Mm-hmm. His Pet Cheetah's in his basement. That's where he goes. That's where he creates. He's told us that many times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like this might be downstairs is where my quiet places that I go when I feel like I'm going to disappear because I'm so run down.
Well, interestingly enough, I said, I'm not getting hell vibes here, but I am getting basement. Great minds think alike, right?
Absolutely.
My take on the basement, though, is that, yes, it's where he goes to create. It's quiet down there. It's dark. I call back to that one post he put up where it was just his face lit up from the computer screen. And he said something like, I'm very excited about the music I'm working on. He like looks at the camera. Mm-hmm. That was cool, but it also felt so alone and isolated. I could feel the cooler temperatures that come with a basement with that shot.
Sure.
I felt that post, So I think that even though he goes down there and makes his music, which is magic, that's also probably where all the fears and anxieties come out because this is so important to him. Well,
yeah, that's why he blacks out his neck and his hands. It's his voice and his fingers that he creates with.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. His insecurities and anxieties are down there too.
And that's where I think the lyrics come into play here, is feeling like I'm nothing. He probably feels like he's nothing down there. He can command a room. He can take control of an 18,000 person audience. He can goof around in the interviews. But just like the type of anxiety I have, fear of the future, fear of whether I'm good enough, all those things, I think those come out in that basement. They come out in the form of song, but we hear that through his lyrics. And I think in those quiet times, in the dark, isolated in this cold area of the house, he really feels it and it runs him down. It's got to be exhausting. So that's where I think that's where I think the lyrics come into play here with this one. Yeah. Downstairs is where this happens for Tyler. So, it's sad to me that his studio is downstairs because that's a magical place for all of us, but it's probably a scary place for him at the same time,
Yeah, I can see that. But I also, he's told us, just like in the storyline of Clancy doing, the Skeleton Clique album to appease the bishops, he was like, at least I get to create. I'm not in this prison anymore. So I see where you're going with it, that his insecurities and things like that are also there. But I also think that's where he gets to, like he says in Heavy Dirty Soul, clean my mind.
Yeah.
It's his way of getting it all out. So I can see how it also might be a comfort to him, I guess.
I guess what I'm trying to say is,
it's not all scary and bad.
No, but to clean your mind, it means it had to be dirty.
Sure.
And those thoughts can be, daunting. And like he says, sometimes quiet is violent. It's quiet down there when he's not making music. So
sure.
There's that. But, just to kind of close it up, I think that this song is going to be a story of all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears it's taken to get to his space he's at mentally, where he's won this war. That's why, he feels run down.
Sure.
Yeah.
All
right. Robot voices.
Wow. This is a peppy little ditty.
This is one of the song titles, I think, where people are like, there's no way this is real. What is robot voices?
That was one of them.
Were we making a comic book here? Like, what's going on?
Somebody did, and it's really funny that they said this. I think it was on Twitter. Have you seen on Netflix, there's a show called Mr. Robot?
No, I haven't.
It's with is it Rami Malek?
Yeah, Freddie Mercury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury. Poor guy.
I think it's Rami Malek. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, Rami Malek, maybe?
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, it's a show, but what's interesting to me is that when I was flipping through Netflix, the first time it came on, 21 Pilots was like the first thing that came to my mind. Like it fits the aesthetic like really well. So somebody posted like, robot voices, Mr. Robot, coincidence? I think not. Because I guess they kind of, came out around the same time. It's been out a little longer than we have had robot voices, but it fits the aesthetic really well. So if you haven't seen it, like go check out Netflix. It's the font and the colors and the way he's sitting there. It just really fits it well. So anyway.
Well, I have funny. One thing to say about this song. If it does not sample Mr. Roboto, I'm going to revolt.
I doubt that it will.
Golden opportunity here. Come on.
It is golden, yes, but I doubt that it will. So the lyric is the half-drawn blinds casting lines on the floor as my metal friend flashes in time. This feels like it's pointing out the passage of time to me. If I close my eyes and imagine what this looks like, I see, it's been in movies like a bunch of times. It's light coming in from the window and moving like around the room as the time passes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you can see the slats in the blinds, but the light, like it's like almost like in a cone and it just kind of moves around because that's the sun's moving and it's passing time, right?
You're setting yourself up for a great TikTok post to describe what that looks like.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be a scene out there.
There's got to be something out there. I immediately thought of a clock as the metal friend.
Right.
And if it's flashing, maybe it's an alarm. You know, when your alarm goes off, it like flashes the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's something telling him that time is up and he needs to get moving and not like sit there just watching the time tick away. You know, like when your timer flashes on your oven when it's over, it like flashes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So because of this, I think of stressed out, wishing that we could take back the time that we wasted. Maybe it's a time when things were more simple. As for the robot voices, I just thought of when we tune a radio. So
what's that?
Some of our younger listeners probably have zero idea what we're talking about here. But
don't touch that dial.
When you turn the dial to find the right station, all the songs and the voices go by quickly and they kind of sound like metallic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost like all that feedback, like just kind of sounds metallic. So like you can hear that they're words, but it's also really distorted.
Yeah.
Kind of like a robot voice.
Okay.
I don't know. This is my brain.
Yeah.
Spinning, turning wheels around this particular song. But I just immediately thought of passage of time, thought of stressed out, thought of how we wish we could go back to times that were simpler. Like maybe when we were a kid, or maybe like you've just talked about when we didn't realize that we had these mental illnesses. We just kind of floated along daily, just going, well, I guess this is not great, but it is what it is, you know? So that's what I was getting from it.
All right. Well, we are coming up on time here, so we got to try to breeze through these. So I'm just going to say real quick.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
It's okay. I'm just going to say real quick that I got clock vibes. I've got nothing for you on this one as well. I'm very confused. But what I think is that I think he has like a metal friend, like a guy that's into metal, who's like keeps holding up a sign with the time.
Oh.
His metal friend is flashing the time.
Wow.
I just thought of that.
Maybe it's Kyle from Micro Road.
Maybe. Assuming he has a window in the basement and has blinds on that window, I think this might be about the process of making music.
Okay.
And the time it takes. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I couldn't figure this one out.
I'm getting a little nervous that you said we're coming up on time because we got a lot to go here and some big hitters are coming up.
Well, listen, it's okay.
So let's move on.
It's going to be a longer episode if people enjoy it.
All right, center mass. This one was one that I felt really strongly about because I keep hearing all over social media people giving us the definition of center of gravity and not center of mass. So I'm going to get into that. Be,
okay,
scientific professor in a minute here. So the lyric we're given were found out what I'm worth. And the melody is softer. It's not like The Contract, but more like an oldie station. I know we keep talking about oldie station. But if what I'm getting from this song is correct, it is genius. So let me first explain what center mass is. Because like I said, I think people are assuming that it's the center of gravity, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's a part of an object where all the weight is balanced.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not always in the middle.
Okay.
So I could stand up and my center of mass might be closer up to my head because that's where most of my weight is, right? Like my legs are thinner than the upper half of my body. But then what if I pick up something heavy with my legs? Now my center mass has changed.
Okay.
Because it's the part of of my body where all of the weight is even. Have you ever like put a pencil on your finger and like had to balance it?
Yeah.
Notice it's not exactly in the middle because the eraser is heavier than the tip, right?
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind because center of gravity is very different. And that is where all of your weight is pulled closer to the ground, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a different situation. And I think people are getting confused with this. So I just wanted to make sure to bring that up.
Yeah. Talk nerdy to me.
So as I said, your center mass can change if things are added or taken away, whatever, based on the shape of an object. It can also change. So maybe if you got a circular object or a long object, it can change. Okay. This song just makes me think of Choker. He says, seems like all I'm worth is what I'm able to withstand. Sooner I can realize that pain is just a middleman. So he's saying that his value lies in the experiences that he overcomes, and that pain is the catalyst of change. The things that make him react and change. You know, like if you put your hand on a hot fire, that pain is going to make you pull your hand away, right? You're not just going to like keep it there and go, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It's that pain that makes you react and change your position.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? His line about signing on the line alone, he's saying he's the only one that can change the circumstances. Nobody can do it for him.
That's kind of what we've been saying is the theme of this, or what we think the theme of this album is going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the song is going to be about that your weight or your worth shifts as you start to change shape or change your circumstances.
I like it. So the lyric we got was found out what I'm worth.
Yeah.
And I already said my piece last week when I freaked everyone out and told them I know how to kill something or somebody. So we're not going to broach that subject again. But I do think that along those lines, I think the imagery we have here is that if he indeed is killing something, I think what he's doing is killing this whole idea of DEMA. He's taking control of his mind.
Okay.
And he's doing that through the center mass. With his magical antlers.
Like he's hitting the part that's the most important.
Yeah, he's going for the kill shot. Because I'm done. I'm done with this crap. I'm moving on.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like it.
Speaking of moving on, Cottonwood.
Cottonwood. I don't know. I think the song is going to absolutely break me like the line did. I can just feel it. Like I just know this is going to be that song that I love it to death. Like I love the line so much, but that and like Oldie Station, I can't sing it. Because every time I do, like, it makes me cry and my voice cracks and like, you know?
Yeah.
And it's almost like I skip it because I don't want to feel sad. But it's such a good song. Yeah. You know?
I hear you.
But when I say break, I think it's going to break in a good way. Like people see their kids go off to school or their kid gets married.
You're going to have happy tears.
And it's so sad. It like even me thinking right now about our kids leaving, like it's killing me.
Yeah.
But also it's good.
Yeah. I think you're going to have happy tears with this.
Sure. So it's sad because you're losing something, but it's so happy at the same time. And I can literally feel the pain right through the smiles of people. Like when you see this happen to them, you can feel that pain even though they're smiling, you know?
Yeah.
So the lyric that we get is can't believe you're gone for good. And it makes me feel like the My Blood music video and the line. And I say the music video because the song relates to the music video, but the video is much deeper than the song.
Yeah.
So the song's very clearly like, you're my family. I'm going to do anything for you. But the video takes it a step further and goes into like a completely different thing. As we, like as a recap, and sorry if this is a spoiler for anybody. If it is, skip ahead about 30 seconds. But the video is the perfect depiction of dissociation. And if you don't know what I mean by that, please go back, listen to our episode called Disassociation.
Correct. Okay. Or disassociate.
Disassociate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the boy in the video goes through this traumatic experience of losing his mother through an illness. And because of that, he creates like a brother or a friend. I can't tell which one it is exactly, but
yeah.
He creates him in his mind to help him through it. And we see the boy having these issues with bullies and his friend helps him to finally stand up to them. But because he finally does that, his friend disappears because he doesn't need him anymore. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what's going on here. I think this is a song about Torchbearer and Clancy and about Clancy accepting his fate. And because of that, Torchbearer isn't needed anymore and he disappears.
Yeah.
See, so it's like both happy and sad. It's like the line, because the melody sounds like it's going to be just this beautiful, amazing piece, but also because it's that feeling when someone dies that they're no longer with you, but you can be happy because they're at rest and they're in a better place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I feel like that's what this song's giving, that Torchbearer's gone. But he's always been there for Clancy, to show him the way, to show him out of his darkness. But now he doesn't need anymore because he can do it himself.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I can't believe you're gone, but it's also good, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, fun fact about My Blood, the video.
Sure.
Have you heard them say that's their favorite one of all the videos to shoot?
Really?
Yeah, because they're not in it.
They are in it.
Where?
They're in the party.
Oh, well, yeah, but they were there for like 2 seconds.
Josh doesn't have to do any work in that one.
None of them did. It was easy.
Poor Josh.
All right, I have some different thoughts about this one. This is probably the one I put the longest amount of notes in. I'm very excited for this one because it has a weird title, which means it's probably going to be awesome.
Right.
You mentioned last week that there's a lot of metaphorical meanings behind cottonwood trees.
Yep.
You didn't say anything about those, though.
No, because you had them down, so why would I say them?
All right, well, one I found... the one that I found that really stands out and what I think is shaping this song and what it's going to be about is cottonwoods are known for their ability to grow in diverse conditions, symbolizing strength and resilience.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're with this song, we're starting to transition into the end of the story with this track.
Sure. Yeah.
I have a thought, and I'm probably wrong. In fact, I kind of hope I'm wrong, but I think this album from start to finish is going to tell this conclusion story. So each song's going to go into another one and is going to, like, by the time we get to this part of the album, we're going to start seeing the story wrap up through the music. Do you think I'm nuts?
No. I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. They've never done it before, but that doesn't mean they won't do it now.
Yeah.
So
I think at this point in the album and in the story, Clancy has burned down DEMA. He's won. He's taken control of his mind, and he's kind of in disbelief because this thing, like I said earlier, has driven him and occupied his mind and created success for him and has been that driving force behind the genius. For better or worse, it's been his entire life to this point, and now it's gone. Can't believe you're gone for good. I think he's talking directly to Blurryface and acknowledging that, hey, you're gone and you're gone for good. I can't believe it. I did it.
Okay.
So kind of maybe a more positive
sure. Yeah.
feel than what you mentioned, but I think it'll always be there. Kind of like that movie, A Beautiful Mind, which you referenced in a post last week. But if you haven't seen that movie, and it's a true story of John Nash dealing with his schizophrenia, it's always there, but you learn how to just live with it and overcome it and deal with it. Mm-hmm. Tyler's Blurryface is always going to be there, but he beat it with Josh's help. And I'm talking real life now. And in the lore world, Clancy beat it with Torchbearer's help. And it's like, we got this now. But I still think that because he's looking back on all these experiences and memories he had with it, good or bad, that he can't believe it's finally over.
I'm going to use your own example against you.
Please do.
Your example of John Nash and A Beautiful Mind. So he has his roommate that's his friend, right? That helps him through everything. And
yeah,
he finally banishes him. Mm-hmm. And he's so sad. But he knows he has to.
Yeah.
So, hey, fits with my theory.
Yeah. I think we're both right here.
All right.
There is no one way about it.
No. Speaking of which, one way. Next part. And I'm actually going to let you take this one because I think you have hit the nail on the head with this one. But I don't want to say
really
that this is giving. Yeah.
Wow. That makes me feel really good. Thanks, babe.
Good. I
love that.
I just want to say before I turn it over to you, I am getting overcompensate vibes on this one. It's the road sign imagery. He talks about flying by the dangerous bend symbol. Like he hears people's warnings, but he's still going to do it anyway. He's going to do things his way, right? So that's my only piece I'm going to say about it, but I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah. So last week you mentioned car imagery and you're kind of sticking to that with the road signs.
Yep.
I think it's something else completely different. I think Clancy is telling us this is a one-way ticket. There's no turning back now. He's done what he needs to do to overcome his mind and all these problems and issues. Is he a bishop now? We'll know soon enough. I don't know. But if you take the real life twist, like I like to do with this, he's had to kind of tell Josh, like, look, you're my best friend. and I can't do this without you, but I need to do this without you in my head. I need to do this on my own to clear my head and fix my brain. I don't know, but I think Clancy and Tyler here is telling us that this is kind of a one-way kind of thing. There's no turning back, and I don't need, like, it's me. I can't do a U-turn. I'm flying by. It's a one-way street.
Yeah.
And I have to do this.
Yep.
That's my thought.
Sure.
And the reason I think that is from the lyrics they gave us. It says it's a one-way. It's not, it's one way. So that to me is referencing a one-way sign or a one-way.
Yeah, that's where I got the road sign imagery, was that it, to me, it's a thing, not a action.
Yeah, a verb. It's not a verb.
It's not a verb.
Yeah.
All right, Tally.
See, we're getting through this. We're doing all right. We're down to the final two.
We are. I've said that I feel like this is the Jenna song of the album. The lyric we got is "You believe in me somehow," and that's giving me formidable. Like he's disbelieving in how this person could stick with him through everything. I also feel like the Jenna, in quotes, songs can double as Clique songs as well.
Yeah, for sure.
He's talking to us as well. Now the tally marks come in here like as experiences, as moments of good and bad. And I think this song is going to show us that the tallies on the good experiences side are going to outweigh the bad experiences side. I think that's where the tally is coming from here, but
okay.
Total speculation, like I said.
So like you said, the lyrics we got were "You believe in me somehow." I want to go on record here, and I could be wrong, but you heard it here first. I think in these teasers, there's a lot of intentional missing punctuation. And in this song in particular, the lyric is, "You believe in me somehow." It could be, "You believe in me somehow," like a question. It could be a statement of, "You believe in me somehow," like I can't believe it. But it also could be a question. For example, "You believe in me somehow with nothing" sounds like he's telling a story of how someone believes in him and he's not sure why. Like you said, Jenna song, maybe I can see that. But now add a question mark to it. "You believe in me somehow?" Again, like I've leaned toward in many of the songs on this album and others, is he asking a question of someone here? Maybe add the word "yet" to the beginning of it, which we don't have, so it could be there. But "yet you believe in me somehow" as a question. Maybe he's talking to someone saying all these things, all these problems, all these issues, yet you still believe in me somehow.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking here. I don't know why I'm adding words that we don't have. I'm just really trying to dig deep here and explore that. Like I said, a lot of the lyrics don't like match the title to me. And so I'm just like tally. Well, and then these lyrics, it's weird.
How about the fact that I thought that there might be that apostrophe in necromancers.
Right.
And that completely changed the meaning of what we were saying.
100%.
Everybody was feeling like there's more than one necromancer outside. But to me, I heard that one necromancer.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we saw it and the apostrophe was there, we were correct.
Yeah.
So, you could be onto something.
Let's just say I'm right here for the sake of argument in this show. But I think Tally is a culmination of this album and the story. Like I said, these songs are following in a story. I think through this process, there's been a tally. Maybe it's relationships lost or broken or strained. Time spent with loved ones. Obviously, we know that he's away a lot. We saw that in the Saturday music video where Jenna calls him. You know, there's all those things going on. I think the process of taking control of your mind and beating something like this comes at a great cost. And there's tally marks for all the things that have happened throughout the journey. So if I'm right, that's what I think's going on here.
Okay.
And I think he's walking us through those tally marks, if you will. Here's all the things it took for me to get here. And we won. It's over. Like I said, I think that the songs in order are telling a story.
Okay.
Well, that brings us to intentions. And the lyrics we got were "intentions are everything." First, I'd like to say that you don't know this yet, but I'm getting this tattooed at some point.
Okay.
Maybe soon. I just feel like it's going to mean something super profound in the fan base and with the band and to me personally. So this is it, man. Like I said, this album tells a story. This is the finale. This is what we've all been waiting for. The culmination of Blurry Face, Clancy, DEMA, that whole storyline. It's over, guys. It's sad. We've been a part of it for so long, you know. But I think Tyler here is going to tell us his intentions and that his intentions do mean very much. In The Craving, he said, "Now I see they don't mean much." But I think he's going to tell us now that his intentions when it comes to this mean so much. And we have to follow through with them. You can't just have them and not follow through with them. He's got intentions to be better, and he's going to do it. And I think that's why we have intentions are everything. It's going to be profound, and it means something. I think him telling us his intentions to beat this is going to bring us into the new era of 21 Pilots with positive intentions to keep helping people with their music and their demons with his buddy Josh Dunn.
I love it.
I don't think they're retiring. I don't think this is the end of the band.
No.
But I do think we're going to get songs like Lavish that are feel good. I think we're going to get more of a Vessel feel where there are heavy themes, but it's not has nothing to do with the story. Mm-hmm. They're just heavy themes that are going to help you. And it's going to be some badass music.
Right.
Because they're mature now.
It always is.
You know, just all the people they have in their camp with Paul Meany and everything. It's just going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. So that's what I think is going on here.
Okay. Well, I wanted to let you go first because I wanted to build a little bit on what you said. But I'm also going to say that this will be one of the snippets on our social media for this episode because I think people on socials are getting this wrong. People are showing confusion with the fact that in The Craving, he says, now I see intentions don't mean much. But then in this song, he says intentions are everything. And it seems really contradictory. And everyone's saying like, what do you mean, Tyler? You literally just told us they don't mean anything. But it really isn't contradictory if you think about it.
No, I think he's learned.
Sure.
Between now and then.
Yeah. Intentions don't mean anything if, like you just said, we don't do anything about them.
Right.
But in turn, we can't make for profound changes without the intent to change.
Correct.
I could say all day that I intend to put a great show out for all of you, but if I don't follow through and I don't do the research and the work, it's going to mean nothing.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like that, they don't contradict each other at all. He's saying intentions don't mean much, but now he's saying they actually mean everything because you can't change if you don't intend to.
Right.
And that brings me back to what I just said before we started all of this. I think that's the theme of this album, is wanting to change.
Yep.
You cannot get out of this cycle unless you want to.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it was underlined. I think that's the theme here. I think intentions are everything is what he's leaving us with.
Yeah.
And if that's the last little note we're getting from this era,
I'm in
amazing.
love. I love it.
Amazing.
And one more note on that. I think that people forget that The Craving had two versions. One was for the fans, I think. The Clique to talk about, hit on the scale to Nicey and the failure themes or whatever. And there were intentions there. And they didn't mean much because it fell on its face in their eyes. It wasn't successful. And then there's the Jenna version where maybe he had some intentions to fix his mind because I'm sure it has effects on their relationship at times that we don't know about. And maybe he did not follow through with them. So he's seeing in that process that intentions didn't mean much. But I think between then and now, he's learned that they are everything and you have to follow through, and I'm going to. And this is what you're going to see. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. We must be...
No, we're good.
Really long now.
No, we're good. It's a little longer than usual, but I think it's important.
It's important.
I think people like this one. You know why? Because it was awesome. We did great.
So good. Great job, hon.
Great job. You really read those notes, man. And the science lesson, whew, good stuff. Great job.
Thanks.
Really proud of you.
Thanks so much. You too.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Go to the socials at clickbait_pod and look at all the great examples that T puts up. They're great. Mm-hmm. And she does all the work behind the scenes of this thing. I just talk with my voice and put people to sleep.
Yes.
Who is it again?
Navigating in the Forest.
Navigating in the Forest. A special good night to you.
Good night to you. Sweet dreams.
Tonight. We had a nice long one for you to fall asleep to.
Okay, stop.
Hopefully this is helping you just really turn in for the night and get some sweet dreams.
All
and
right.
We are clickbait, and so are you.
Stay alive, friends.